Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weisheit, licensed clinical social worker with Trouble in Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And whenever we have news that we need to share with you, we go right to the source. One of those best sources, Archie Chesson. Archie, welcome back to the program. Appreciate you joining us.
Hey, Keith, thanks for having us on again.
All right. And so Archie, of course, the Fuchs Parish president. Archie, one of those things that I don't know that any of us thought we would be talking about as we were, just a few weeks before Christmas, very first week of Advent, we're talking about marsh fires. And, it's one of those things that's kind of interesting that we're dealing with, but it's been kind of a theme this year.
That's what I was about to say, Keith. I think for the last 4 years, we've had this conversation of, I think we're talking about things we never thought we'd talk about before.
Right. So it's consistent each year with something, right? Something odd. I like it.
It has been. But, this is kind of a kooky situation for us, right? We've seen these kind of marsh fires happen in Terrebonne. We saw the big one on New Orleans East that caused the unfortunate fatalities on I-55 going up through Hammond a month or so ago.
Right.
And for us, this is something that we're used to, right? This segment of marsh between, exit 210 and exit 204 over at Bayou and 316 near Troop C has been lit on fire every year, right? The landowner does it as a marsh management practice. Right. I think this year it's because of the issues that we saw with the drought and then the little bit of rain we saw the last couple of weeks have kind of compounded how the marsh actually burns, right? And we're seeing a lot more smoldering than we're used to. It just flat hadn't burned and just kind of burned itself out. So it's been wreaking havoc the last couple of mornings. We saw state police and the sheriff's office close down Highway 90 Tuesday morning, and then last night there was a huge pileup. There was a few accidents along Highway 90 just past the 210 exit on the Highway 182. So the decision was made by state police and the sheriff's office last night about 9:30 or so to completely shut down that intersection. We spent some time out last night trying to relieve with our Homeland Security emergency personnel, relieve state police and the sheriff's office because they had other things happening last night as well across the region. So we used some of our personnel to help block off some exits to allow them to kind of get back on the road and work those crashes and do other things. And you can watch it. It was variable. It would really blow in and I was standing on Highway 90 at the 210 exit looking at those big billboards that are over there, and they would fade in and out. You could see them for a little bit, and then the smoke would roll in. So we know that it's dangerous to travel in. I tried when I left about 2:30 this morning trying to get back to the house. I had a hard time getting back to Highway 1 through Highway 182 because it was that thick and smoggy.
Right.
So we knew that we were going to have issues this morning. And it just so happened that it was not only just Highway 90, it was Highway 182 from Highway 1 into Highway 316. And I think hopefully with the winds dying down, maybe the wind shifting a little bit out of the north again with the cold front we have pushing through, hopefully we don't have the same problems tonight and don't have the same amount of accidents and things like that tying up, state police and sheriff's office and fire personnel. Chief Mikey Forey and Fire District 1 have done a really good job at trying to figure out what they can do. But as you can see with the video that's playing, Keith, it's in an area that we can't really get to anymore. The only way to really corral this is either through some rain, which I'm thinking we're going to get a good dose of it this weekend, hopefully, or with some type of air support to drop some water on the fire. I think because of all the other wildfires we've seen, calling an air support at this point in time is not probably the best thing to do. We could deal with the smoke and the issues a few mornings at a time, but I'm very hopeful that the rain this weekend is going to help quell it.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things, as you can see this continuing footage, and this is footage that was taken place by our crew here at HTV over on Wednesday. And so just letting you know that these fires have caused a couple of different shutdowns, and as Archie mentioned, but Archie, it's one of those things that I brag about all the time. You and I talk about it. It's the combination and efforts that are made. I love the fact that you would be able to bring in some of your staff, and of course, you being the leader that you are, being there till 2:30 in the morning, kind of assessing the situation, working together in partnership to make sure that we're keeping all the citizens safe and making sure that we're supporting these other individuals that have lots of different jobs to do, as you and your team does with parish government.
Yeah, it's just how we do things, Keith, and it's been something that you and I talked about a lot. It's all about the partnerships, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's state police, the sheriff's office, Fire District 1 and the Raceland Volunteer Fire Department, who was out there with us till the wee hours of the morning too. It's all about just keeping people safe, and we realize that state police, the sheriff's office, the fire department, the parish. At some point, we all have very restrictive resources, right? We all run up against time crunches and people calling in sick and shift changeovers and stuff like that. So it's very easy for us to say, hey guys, we're going to come and help you. And we're gonna turn on our lights and stand there with you on the road and relieve you to do other crashes. So it was really combined effort, and combined effort is still happening. Trying to get to Thibodeau this morning, drove through several checkpoints with sheriff's office personnel and state police directing traffic, trying to get people off of Highway 90 and Raceland through that old kind of central business district along LA1 and 308. They're about to, if they haven't yet already, opened up Highway 182 from Highway 1 all the way to 316. And I'm hopeful that the next hour or two, as the sun starts to come up and the little layer of fog starts to burn off with the smoke, that we're able to open up Highway 90, east and westbound from Highway 1 and 308 and Raceland all the way to 316 and 311. So we're slowing commerce down. It's a bad time in general just for grinding. We have a lot of cane trucks on the road, but kudos to all the agencies for working together and keeping people safe.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that we have to do. Again, we burn these fields, we burn this every year, but it's just this year with a lot of the situation that we've dealt with the drought, with the lack of rain, and again, like you said, hoping that some of that rain this weekend will really deter the burning and the smoke that we're seeing.
Absolutely. We'll just keep praying for some rain and doing that little dance. It helps our farmers. It helps everybody. So let's just hope it comes this weekend and puts this all to bed.
Yeah. Who would have thought we would be doing a rain dance here in December, hoping for a little bit of rain here before Christmas? Archie, we thank you for your direction, your leadership, and those support that you provide to us and to the constituents here in our parishes. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Keith. Good talking to you.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right, guys, and that's Archie Chasson, of course, Lafourche Parish President. We appreciate him as always. We thank you for joining us. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back here with more Bayou Time.